Okay, this is number 5 in the worksheet. I'll make my graph a little bit larger. I'm going to do this problem twice. First, I'm just going to do it with the graph and show graphically how it works, and then also show how to do it without the graph. So I'm going from A to B, so I need to find a point that is halfway from A to B. Well, halfway is actually the midpoint, so I could just find the midpoint and be done with the problem. And so let's do that. So A is -4, -3, and B is -7, 8. So half the distance is the midpoint. -4 plus -7 divided by 2, -3 plus 8 divided by 2, -11 divided by 2, and -3 plus 8 is 5 divided by 2, and so as a decimal, that's -5.5, comma 2.5. If I graph that, -5.5, 2.5, I can see that. So I will still show it on the graph, even though the midpoint would be the fastest way to do that. I do want to show that as a distance process, that currently the horizontal distance from A to B means that I'm going 3 to the left, or -3. From A to B, I'm going 3 to the left. Maybe that's easier to see if I draw it on the bottom of the graph. So from A over to B, I'm going 3 to the left. So notice the midpoint is 1.5 boxes to the left, because half of 3, or half of -3, is -1.5. Vertically, I'm going from -3 up to 8, so I'm going up 11 units. Well, half of positive 11 units is 5.5. So if I started at -3 and I went up 5.5, that means I would be going over 1.5, and then up 5.5, and that would get me to the midpoint.